Hello everyone, this is Sean, and this is part of another video for Sean's Travels. Basically this is around my neighborhood. And right now I'm heading to the big Hilltop Park where I once tested my RC cars in that park. In fact, I will probably post those videos after I go on vacation, because that could be part of Sean's Travels also. And today I'm taking the back way to the berry picking place where they had wild raspberries growing along the path. And I brought all my little Tupperware containers so I can collect and pick some. And so I'll take more video when we get there, and probably once we get to the park as well. So I'll be back. I still have to find the correct way to get there. Alright, we're not there yet, but I wanted to show you this park bench and the pedestrian road across the way on Rutherford Avenue. The reason I show you that is because Rutherford Avenue is on the way to the park that you saw in my introduction video. That's the same park that I recently took a video of when I went along the far end of that park and went through the other path and ended up close to the highway. And I'm going to have to check my phone to find out where that video ended up so that I can post it as well. But that's all for right now. And once we get closer to we're almost at the park. The big Hilltop Park. So actually I'll walk through it and show you it, and then we'll get to the berry picking place. But I guess Sean's Travels, even though that's the name of it, it's going to end up more being some kind of vlogging series. But I don't do it daily because my daily life is probably quite boring. So I do it whenever I travel, whether it's a walk from home to a nice park across from which you can see the Ottawa River Mountains on the Quebec side. Here's a picture. So you can see the bottom of the park here, like the bottom of the hill and everything. There's someone over there walking their dog, etc. I'm actually going to aim, you see beside that house, there's a hydro pole and cut grass. That would seem to imply that that is the path to get to that nearby street without impinging on someone else's property. So I'm gonna see you once I'm over there. Alright, and here we are from the bottom of the park hill. Same park hill which over there about a year ago I did some part of the RC car video. As I said, I'll post that later. But I thought it's nice to explore and see the different areas around the neighborhood now. Over by those trees, I seem to see something near that backyard gate. I wonder if there's some kind of hidden trail there that would allow me to take a shortcut to the street. I'm gonna find out. 'Cause it sure looks like there's a trail right in here. You can see the other section of the park over here. Well, we'll see. I'm always leery of trails like this because they seem to lead directly into someone's backyard without any warning or notice. Okay, so there is a fence, but you see, you reached a dead end. So that might be a trail there. That's some kind of trail there. Alright, off we go. Through here then. And I'll be back once I get onto the street. Yeah, I guess a little bit of future sight, you could probably call this video Sean's Neighborhood Tour. Well, I'm back on the road, back on the street that parallels I suppose it's the southern edge of the park. Beautiful neighborhood and trees here. Part of the reason I tour the neighborhoods of near my apartment is because I'm looking for the right size of property that I hope to buy in a couple years. Once I find out what base I'm posted to, of course. And once I'm done the PowerCon trip, which is now only 11 days away, Friday, August 5th. Of course, I'm leaving on the 31st. I took a look at my map book. I cross-referenced with Google Maps and narrowed down a scenic route to take to get to Columbus, which is probably only 3 days normal time, or 2 if you went by way of Niagara Falls, but will be about 5 days scenic route time. And I'll discuss that on the next video, because that's going to be just before I take approximately a 2-week break from the channel for that vacation. Anyway, you can see the cross street here, and you can see about where I'm going near the marina, which is over there. And that leads to the trail, which will take me to the berry picking place. Berry picking is a tradition I had with my father and my grandpa for 6 years in the 90s. From 94 to 99, we would go to Sudbury. Well, actually a place just west of Sudbury. Falconbridge, I think. And we would pick berries for, well, pretty well a whole afternoon at least. And then we come back. We did that 6 years in a row. And in 1999, I didn't know it was the last time, although I may have suspected, I made sure to get pictures. So I'll be back in a few minutes, once I figure out exactly where I am and which way I have to go. Alright, I'm approaching the big white building that the city workers told me about, which might have once been a school. And I have proof that it was, because if you look over there, you can see the football field and the soccer nets. But from this position, I'm going down this road here. Oh, now you can see it. And I will soon reach the path to the berry picking place with a lot less confusion and getting lost than if I'd ever taken the path back through the residential neighborhoods. So I'll be back in a minute or two. You can tell you're near the marina when you see the waterfront sign and a big teal colored houseboat sitting right out there in the open. Hey, hi, it's Sean. I'm back after the Raspberry Trail experience. You can see the back part of the trail that I spoke of. This is where it connects to the main trail and goes off into the underbrush. So I'm going to continue along here and we'll see what we get. Because now it's not going to be as open as that. It's going to be a lot more dense. It's going to get a lot closer to someone's property, but the trail does veer off before you get there. And that should enable it not to cross property boundaries, but to actually get back into the park. So let's see here. This is approaching it from the opposite direction that I normally went. This is why I did this, so I get more familiar with it. So you go that way, it leads right to their property. They probably have a gate in their fence or something. Let's just see. Just take this short route just long enough to determine that for sure. Yeah, I can pretty well guess we're approaching the break in the fence. You see how it's not really a trail? Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Okay, that leads to their property, yes, but look at this. Here we go. Leads up into the woods. Well, good. See, I never took that before. And here you are in the woods. Mostly maple trees, oak trees. There's the other part of the trail over there. And we'll go back to get back to my home. I will go this way, hold it in my left hand now, the phone, and you can see the wood trail here. Ooh, mosquito bite. And it goes along for a bit. Don't worry, since this is going to probably be a separate video, if it needs to be rotated 180 degrees to make it work, it will be. So I'll go along the trail a bit, find the next intersection, and I'll be back. Talk to you then. As promised, another fork in the trail. If we were driving, it would be a fork in the road. Okay, so there's that way, which probably leads up to the neighborhood. This way that goes down here. Now, I know at some point the trails lead to the ski park, but those are the trails that are near the river. Oh, look at this. Yeah, but I don't think I would have been able to. Wait a minute. Just a second here. Is it possible I would have been able to get through? Does this go between the homes? Yes, it does. Look. There we go. And out to the street. Okay. So, and that's probably a trail we could have come through. All right, so that direction's accounted for. Ah, well, and the sign, public footpath. Well, I might as well take a picture of the path itself. There we go. So go back to the four corners and see which way to go. Well, I think, I don't know, I could go that way, or we could go this way. Now, I think this way is a bit more promising because the trail gets a bit heavier, a bit thicker. See, someone has a huge fence, but, there you go, see? I remembered how the trail led to the neighborhoods, that all you had to do was walk along it far enough, and you would get to the gravel trail that led up to the neighborhoods. And of course, the gravel trail also has multiple side trails. See one here. See one there. And see what's probably the main one there. But we'll go up this way and we'll see where we are. I suspect I'm at Thomas Street, but when we get to the top, I'll find out for sure and start the video. Again, we're almost at the top, but I have come across the backyard trail, as I like to call it. But here, right over here, is what I like to call the European stretch, because when I was deployed, I saw something that looked a lot like this in the village nearby the base. Of course, I've taken that before. That trail goes to the back end of the big park, Hill Park, I believe they call it. And I think if you follow that trail towards the dead pine tree far enough, you probably get to the park. So I'm going to go up here, top of the street, and we'll see where we are.